charged with a felony one day and offered a $100 bond the next.
The arresting officer hit his head while taking him in custody and suffered a serious concussion. Sarah Horbakowitz is your reporter in Boulder County and spoke with the police chief and district attorney.
For months now, Boulder police have had an increased presence downtown. They say this came after community requests, and they're working to patrol areas like Central Park. That's where they were last night when they had an altercation that led to an officer in the hospital.
In Boulder's Central Park, police report more than 100 drug incidents in the last 3 years. Tuesday night, there was another. At 6:30 p.m., BPD says an arrest here landed an officer in the hospital.
They were out on foot. They noticed a woman that appeared to be using illegal drugs right out in the open in the park. They contacted her, and in fact, she was using methamphetamine, we believe, and she actually pointed out a guy nearby that she said sold her that methamphetamine, and we made contact with him, and things did not go well.
Police say the officer hit his head on a rock and is now recovering. The suspect, Kai Brown, is now being charged with assault, resisting arrest, and other charges, including special drug offenses for selling near a school.
You want to sit on the ground? Let's sit right there. I don't feel comfortable. All right.
In court Wednesday morning, the judge ruled for a $1,000 secure bond, with what police say is a $100 cash-out option.
This guy commits what I think is a very serious crime, selling drugs, doesn't comply, officer ends up with a concussion and a head injury, and the person has the potential to go right back out in the community the next day. I have a problem with that.
Boulder County DA Michael Doherty says his office pushed for a $20,000 bond, in part because the suspect has a history of felony drug charges.
Throughout the state of Colorado, we've seen communities struggle with cases and decisions like this one.
As bond decisions like this test the balance between justice and reform.
I think everyone would agree that people should not be incarcerated simply because they're poor. And we've put a lot of safeguards in place in Boulder County to make sure we're not doing that. My reading of the statute still requires us to consider public safety and potential danger as well as flight risk.
We know that the officer is out of the hospital, and at last check, that suspect is still in custody. Chief Redford says his team will continue patrolling downtown areas. Reporting in Boulder, Sarah Horbakowitz covering Colorado First.